Reformed Epistemology, and that's kind of an offshoot of presuppositionalism, hence the term Reformed. This comes from its most famous progenitor is Alvin Plantinga. Plantinga is a very old man right now. He's probably pushing 90 years old, but he's famous for giving us Reformed epistemology. And Reformed epistemology is the idea that evidentialism is false. So the idea is that, why is evidentialism false? Well, according to guys like Plantinga, evidentialism is false because in order for you to prove that a proposition is true, say, the mug is on my desk. And by the way, this is kombucha tea, if you're just wondering. The mug is on my desk. Well, how do I know the mug is on my desk? Well, because I can see it. Well, how do I know that I can see it? Because my eyes are working properly. Well, how do I know that my eyes are working properly? Because my brain is working properly. And you can see how it goes, right? So you have to continually justify all these propositions until you're either led into a circle or you're led into what's called a, I know I told you there wouldn't be any technical jargon, but I'm going to drop one on you. It's called an epistemic infinite regress, okay? So I tell my students, tell your mom and dad you learned about the epistemic infinite regress today. They'll be like, money well spent, son. The epistemic infinite regress is just the idea that, you have to continually justify proposition A with proposition B with proposition C and D all the way down into this infinite abyss that never ends, and you never actually get to a foundation for your knowledge. So Reformed epistemology is going to acknowledge that this epistemic infinite regress occurs when we try to show evidence to people. Because a skeptic could just play that infinite game, that 3-year-olds play with you. Well, why? Why this and why that? Okay. And so what Plantinga's move is to say that some things are what he calls properly basic. Like, can I prove to you that this paper is white? At least this side, right? Well, if you're going to play an infinite skeptic, no. We're going to end up in this regress. We're going to end up in the abyss, and we're going to end up talking about all kinds of crazy philosophical ideas, and we're never going to get anywhere. So he says that believing that the paper is white is properly basic. It's a properly basic belief that doesn't need evidence. And so also is Christian belief. Christian belief is properly basic, and it doesn't need a defense with evidence, okay? It's more of like a defensive posture, right? So Reformed epistemology is going to say that Christianity being a properly basic belief, God, Christ, the atonement, the resurrection, these four great things of the Gospels, he says, if these things are, we believe these things to be true, and when the atheist, for example, tries to fire his darts to try to defeat our belief, we have the goods to fend off those arrows, okay? And so we remain justified in believing that Christianity is true, okay? And again, it gets a lot deeper than that, but I'm going to move on to the next one.
Our 1-hour webinars are monthly on the third Thursday, and are designed to equip you with historical, scientific, and philosophical reasons for believing that Christianity is true. Our webinars are free and are open to the public, so feel free to invite your friends. If you go to ratiochristi.org/webinars, most of our monthly webinars will feature a presenter from within Ratio Christi. However, we'd like to bring in special non-Ratio Christi presenters on a quarterly basis, so stay tuned for what those are going to be.